that wouldn't it be great if we actually had physical education in school? Real physical education. You see, right now in America anyway, it's sports and calisthenics, basically. Nothing wrong with that, but it's not an education. You know, I mean, learning how to throw a ball, okay, I wouldn't call that much of an education, you know, or whatever, you know, learning how to do jumping. This is not, you know, hugely profound education, okay? You know, and then, you know, doing those things, fine, but what about education, teaching kids how to develop their body, how to increase balance, how to feel their whole body, how to move from the center and unify their body, how to relax their body, how to control their mind and calm their mind, you know, how to develop more effortless, more effective relationships to their body and their movement. And I think that would be useful, okay? You know, as a real physical education, that's something that might be nice. When I was, at one point, I had a girlfriend back when, long time ago. She is Trinidadian, and she was psychic, and she would work with this organization called the Berkeley Psychic Institute, which is the largest psychic institute in the world. At least that's what they claimed. And I had no reason to doubt it. In any case, and I liked the people there. A lot of those people came down the street because it was on Telegraph. It was down the street, quite a ways. But anyway, they come down to my school and they studied with me. You know, and I liked them. They seemed very grounded, not airy-fairy, laughed a lot. I liked that. They didn't take things seriously. In any case, in order to be, you know, a true blue boyfriend, I decided to go up. I knew where he was anyway, to visit Lewis. I was up in the area in Calistoga where he lived, and me and my assistant then dropped in on him. I just wanted to ask him if there's a way I could, you know, learn his paradigm of, you know, the psychic world, you know, et cetera, like that, so I could relate to her better. And he sat down on the porch. He was kind enough to sit on the porch with me and talked. In any case, I won't go into the whole thing there, but one thing he said to me, which actually kind of surprised me, he said, "You know how to teach people how to be comfortable in their bodies." I went, huh? Because comfort was never something I ever thought about, okay? It's just like, what? You know, comfortable in the body, what? You know, say, and I'm assuming, you know, maybe he's using his psychic powers, but more or less he probably just looked over, you know, and he saw a body more relaxed, more in touch with itself than he's used to, and or than he is, you see? And so he's saying, I could teach people. I thought that was interesting, you know. And again, I do body stuff, I do contemplation stuff, etc. for a long, long, long time, all right? So, and when you get present, you're present with and in your body. And when you're in your body, this is not a mind, okay? You don't need a mind, really. That's just a secondary function. Okay? So anyway, try it out. So this is something you can do at home, right? Just get in your body, be your body, fuck the mind, right? And see what happens. Go ahead, give it a shot. You can do it, I'll wait, right? And see what happens. Now, if you want to study, you're welcome to study here. But I encourage you to take up a practice. And just like in the consciousness work, we say this, you know, and everybody, you know, people hear it, but they don't really get it. They don't believe it, so to speak. You know, people think they know what they're talking about when they talk about this work without doing it. You don't. Okay, I'm sorry. Right? You read the books, good. I wrote them, right? But you still don't get it. It's not a put down, right? It's not the way it works. You know. In any case, when you come here, consciousness work or physical work, it makes a huge difference. And even if you just come here once, okay, see, it makes a huge difference because you go, oh, that's what we're doing here. And you may not get it all, you won't in the first time, or several times, etc. Like nobody grasps everything right away in any art or practice or study. Yeah. See, and like I said, you come here once and it makes a huge difference when you start relating to, like you go back in your hometown, you might study something, I don't know what, but you take up some kind of physical practice, see? But what we contribute is how to do that physical practice much better than you would even just learning with the teacher that you have, or the belief system that's in operation there. Okay? I'm just saying. And that's proved to be the case over and over and over and again. This is not deniable. I had in the body being course back at the old school, we had the captain of the water polo team came down and studied the body being. And then the next time we did the course, he brought the entire team and had them all do the body being course, 4-month body being course. And that year, after that year, they won the U.S. water polo championships. Now, is there a direct correlation there? Yeah. Okay. I mean, I can't say for sure, but come on. I'm thinking this is the case, okay? And, things like that kept happening in various ways. Golf, tennis, dancers, etc. The improvements were remarkable. So I encourage you, to do that, to enhance your practice. But whether you do with us or not, you should do practice. Okay, you should do it. And then we have, we have workshops. You can come do the skillful stuff. Personally, I think interactive stuff stimulates the brain, perceptions, and you learn so many more things than you do just a solo, like jogging or something like that, whatever. Nothing wrong with jogging or riding a bike, but interactive stimulates so much more. So that's why I like the Art of Effortless Power that we do here, and the whole idea of effortless power, for crying out loud. You can't find that anywhere else. And if somebody tells you you can, they're lying to you. In any case, it's challenging to get, but it's a fascinating study. Yeah, it's basing our power on an effortless aspect, not the use of strength. And we can do it. And we can teach you how. We can teach you what that whole world is about. And it's great. It's fascinating. So, you're welcome to do that here. We do winter retreats now in the physical, body consciousness, Art of Effortless Power, some boxing if you're interested in that. We're very, very good boxers. The best in the world, really. I kid you not. And like that. And so you're welcome to come. We also teach a form of Cheng Hsin. This is Cheng Hsin. That's what we call this. This place here. Anyway, Cheng Hsin Tai Chi. Mostly not because I care too much about Tai Chi. I'm not stuck in Tai Chi. But it gives you a way of training. So it gives you a form, a small form. We don't do long. We also have a longer one, but you could do it all. But anyway, it just gives you something to train. So focus on the body being, because that's the important part, is training your body being. Okay. Once I was in Chicago and I was teaching 100 some odd people in a big ballroom, and there was this Chinese Tai Chi teacher there, in the audience studying, and I taught them for a few days, and then I told them, okay, now use all that you've learned here with the body being and make up your own Tai Chi set. I said, basic parameters. Okay. Say, make up your own Tai Chi set. And we had 100 some odd people doing their own thing, just making up a Tai Chi set. And the Chinese teacher came up and stood next to me, and he's looking out at all the people. And he said, they do better Tai Chi than Tai Chi people. I said, yeah, they do. See, because it's founded on these principles and understanding, and awareness, three-dimensional awareness, whole, etc. A lot of stuff, okay? It's founded on that, not just movement, not just technique, and not beliefs, and not fantasy. And it's much better than what most people do. They're called Tai Chi. So in any case, you're welcome to come and study here. But whether you come and study here or not, I recommend that you do practice, okay? Get feedback for consciousness and activity for healthy, long life, and don't neglect your body in relationship to what you call mind, all right? Because it's essential, and life. Anyway, that's all I have to say about that. One thing, a little simple thing, is I can still touch my palms to the floor standing up, See, and I'm 75 years old. I know, I don't look it, right? In any case, I can still touch my palms to the floor because there is no reason, and I knew when I was younger that if I just keep training that, I can continue to do it no matter how old I get, because the body doesn't mind. It's just that people atrophy when they get old and then they can't do things. But if you keep doing something, you can. So just an example. And I don't know if touching my palms to the floor has increased my health or vitality or improved my body or not. It doesn't hurt, see? And, but I think that stretching the muscles, for example, is useful, The body likes that. Once I was listening to Werner talking about something. Somebody asked him a question, or he's like trying to get something across about consciousness, mind something or other, and he said, I can't do this evening. I can't do this in 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever. Can't do it this evening. He says that's more of like a 60-hour conversation to get this across, okay? It takes me 60 hours to communicate that, all right? But I'm going to give you a little something now, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so now, same. This is one of the reasons why workshops, whether they're consciousness or physical, are useful. Because it takes, 60 hours. I don't know how many hours we do here. I'll have to calculate. But in any case, it's a long conversation. Intense, long conversation, dialogue, work, exercises, etc. You see, and whatever, training, whatever, and it takes some time to communicate this stuff, right? So, there's that. I used to say in the old days, in the old school, I could teach everything I need to teach about body being, about the martial, etc., consciousness. I can do it in 3 years. I could communicate it all in 3 years. But what I found out, nobody can get it in 3 years, okay? I mean, not even close, right? So, I could lay it out, you know what I'm saying? Just like saying the book of not knowing. You should lay out a lot of stuff in 600 pages, okay? But, getting it is a completely different matter, right? It takes study, takes work, takes time usually. People don't get things right away. You get something, and then you soak in that, and then you get something else, and you build on that, and etc. And you just keep growing in your consciousness, or your ability, or your physical awareness, and stuff like that. Okay, mental awareness, yeah. So, it might be useful to check that out. See, because if you can get some objective feedback, for example, and you start noticing it really, especially if you push the edge in the envelope. You do stuff most people can't do or don't do. So you start grasping that, oh, I am doing this. I am suffering because of my mind. See? What I'm doing with my mind. People don't grasp that. They don't grasp that they're doing stuff with their mind. They just think their mind's doing them. They just think it's all circumstantial. It's all reactive. None of it is. None of it is reactive. Yes, it is for you in your life, in your world, but it's not true. It's what you're doing. It's what you're doing. See? And if you have some real objective feedback that you can train and work to get out of your own mind, see, to make shifts in your states, in your perceptive faculties, etc., you start getting, oh yeah, I am doing this, you see? And one of the ways you get that you're doing it is because, look, I can do this. I can ground. I can center myself, see? I can shift to being calm, see? I can create three-dimensional awareness whereas I didn't really have it before. I just thought I did, etc. See, and once you start doing these things and they make a difference and you feel the difference, you experience the difference, so you get, oh yeah, look what I can do, look what I'm doing. And that probably, I'm pretty certain, will help you be more grounded in being able to change your mind and all those social nonsense that you get caught up in, all this mental suffering and not effective ways of thinking, etc., and it empowers you to be able to make real shifts in your life. So you stop that. For real! Not like a pretend. Really. Not like a pretend. For real! You stop the fucking suffering, okay? Anyway, I got a new book coming up. All right, so that's all I have to say about that. Sometimes, of course, in the consciousness work, you see, somebody might think they could do it on their own, but as I've mentioned, no, sorry. You could, but you can't, because it's all subjective. It's your own mind spinning its own wheels. It's one of the reasons why I recommend the physical, you see. It forces you to get out of your own wheels, because your own thinking, beliefs, they don't matter. That doesn't help. It doesn't help. It just gets in the way. See? Yeah? And it's really valuable. It's really great, too, to do that. It's useful to be able to do more than one field, more than one thing, because they can inform each other. Like, for example, see, for me, the physical, the martial, and the consciousness inform each other. I got so much better at the martial, the fighting, from the consciousness work, from my breakthroughs, from my understanding, and vice versa. See, that really helped me be grounded, no nonsense in the consciousness work, etc. They really helped. See, what you do will be different, but say like two kind of disparate practices or fields, and getting out of your comfort zone, right? That's quite important, say, because if you just stay inside your own world and your own comfort, you don't get anywhere. Yeah, I'm sorry. It's just, what I'm saying? It's going to stay inside that world. It's not going to be useful. All right? See, so getting outside your comfort zone does make a difference. Challenge yourself a little bit.